G'day, my name's Will Craig. This is my story. I live in room 3, Gravenor Hall. The Lutheran Church got this for a bargain. No one knows why. How'd they do that in North Adelaide? How's the serenity? So much serenity. And we all love the reflex cooking.
Oh, wow. What do you call this?
It's just a hamburger. All the boarding colleges do them.
But it's what you've done with it. Why would you want to go to the red and white night after night when you can have this here? Beautiful.
Thomas has been locked in his room studying for the last month. He didn't mean to procrastinate for most of the semester. He just got caught up with the wrong crowd. Now he's sorry. He could get a pass with good behaviour. I visit him every week.
So, how's Hayden?
Good.
How's Jacob?
Oh, good.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
How's your room?
It's alright.
How's the study?
Yeah, it's good.
That's good.
Yeah, good. Jacob's is the thinking man of the boarding community. You see that clock there? Broken. Doesn't work. But Jacob thinks it adds charm. But Jacob only thinks in two places. Sacred Lawn and some other place. Hey Jacob, when are you going to paint that one in front of the fire?
Just waiting for some cheap paint.
Hayden always says, the faster you drive, the more you see. It's fair to say that this community is just like one big happy family and we all really love each other. It's more than just a boarding house, it's a temporary living facility. But, one day, we found out just how temporary.
Can someone let me in, please?
Look at this notice. We're getting evicted.
Oh, what?
I noticed that.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Didn't they say that last year?
What does this mean for the youth of the Lutheran Church?
Guys, just stay positive. Remember what my old dad used to say. The early bird gets the worm.
How does that relate to this situation?
Well, if you're there early, you won't go hungry. Okay, it made me feel good at the time. And
that's alright. It's quite
it
alright.
meant something at the time and it made me feel positive.
Okay. It's alright.
Can't pay.
Flippin' printer! Why won't you flippin' work? Out of flippin' ink? I replaced the flippin' ink only flippin' yesterday. You gonna print my ruddy essay or what? Flippin' due tomorrow, you flippin' jerk! Flippin' printer!
What do you call this, mate? Have you seen this?
Like, we'll have to go, mate. I mean, this is a big church we're talking about. The Lutheran Church of Australia. I mean, they have a bishop now and everything.
I thought this was the ALC.
They're in connection with the ALC. It's privatising without privatising.
Come on, you're good at arguing. You got Tom an extension on his assignment the other week.
Oh yeah, look, they failed him.
But you gave it your best go. Come on, you've got to give this a go.
I'm sorry, this just all sort of goes over my head. I'm only a music student, you know.
Come on.
But Hayden didn't let that get the best of him, and tried to keep us all positive.
Sometimes it feels like they're going to land right on top of you.
Look what I found on Gumtree.
What is it?
Retro couch.
How much are they asking?
$500.
Tell them they're dreaming.
Hi, Dad. Phone's ringing.
Hello? What's that? We've got a court hearing. You ruddy ripper!
No, we're not going here. We're taking this straight to the top.
But even the national office wasn't big enough for Hayden to make his case. So Hayden appeared in the biggest court there is, the tennis court.
This goes against the highest law there is, the Bible.
And what part of the Bible exactly?
Yes. Leviticus 21:17.
For the generations to come, none of your descendants who has a defect may come near to offer food of his God. What does that have to do with your case?
Oh, I'm just starting general and then getting more specific. It's just the vibe of the thing.
Do you have a precedent case?
Who was that famous Lutheran? Luther? No, the other one. No, wait, I got it. August Carvel.
Well, the Carvel case relates directly to the government trying to force a union between the Lutherans and the Calvinists, the Reformed.
Exactly. It's the principle of the matter.
To which principle are you referring to?
Rolf Mayer. He was principal of the LTC from 1970 to 1988. And he thinks this project is a load of poppycock.
Would you please restrain from using such strong language in this court? Your case, respondent?
Your Honour, the handbook clearly states on page 6 under the section Introduction to ALC that ALC reserves the right to waive or vary the rules, conditions, fees and charges.
What rules, conditions, fees and charges allows you to knock down the boarding house and kick us out? You abominable abomination.
Joseph, tell your client to restrain himself or he will be excommunicated.
Hayden, calm down, mate. Calm down. Sit down. Permission to approach the bench? Hey, hang on. Are we doing well?
You haven't got a strong case.
Am I in the ballpark?
I'm a judge. I can't help you.
Can you at least give me a hint? No, wait. I've got it. Well, it's the Bible, it's Carvel, it's the principle, it's the vibe, it's Rolf. It's just the vibe of the whole thing. I rest my case.
We will call recess for half an hour.
Yay, recess!
Yeah!
Want a smoke, mate?
Nah, I'm right.
Hayden.
Seminarian Jake.
Want to trade lunches?
Well, actually, no, I'm on a very sophisticated diet of caviar and lobsters.
Okay. What are you doing around here anyway?
Just reading my Bible.
Okay.
What are you up to?
Well, I've got this court case. They want to knock down the boarding house.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm actually a SEM student. Can't believe they're doing this. This obviously goes against the Bible.
Exactly, that's what I thought. Maybe you could help us.
I think I could.
Your Honour, Matthew 22:39 says that the second greatest law is to love your neighbour as yourself. So let's just consider that term there, love your neighbour, and how it relates to real people. How can the forcible removal of the boarders from the boarding house have the blessing of our church?
My clients have adhered to every law. They've even kept kosher just in case. We've done everything by the handbook. And yet in a last desperate attempt, my client has been accused of breaching none other than the Bible. What else can we be convicted of? Catholicism? Your Honour, we are thinking in terms of the greater good of the whole community. We are loving our neighbour by doing what is best for the whole LCA community.
Ah, the greater good for the greater number. Your Honour. You could consider an aged care facility to be a loving thing for the Lutheran Church to pursue, but there are a number of aged care facilities in the area, but only one Lutheran boarding house. We have a large ministry to the elderly, but a comparatively small ministry to the youth, in helping them develop their faith and produce much fruit. Is this planned redevelopment out of a love of people or a love of money?
The Lutheran Church is in dire straits. If we can improve that while also removing that eyesore...
What are you calling an eyesore, you drongo? If we had more boarding houses like this...
We'd what? Have more students like Thomas locked in his room studying?
Please restrain your client. And no more personal remarks, thank you.
Down, sit down, sit down. You want to pour?
While the LCA lawyers were pretty good, they couldn't match the seminarian. He presented them with an argument straight from the Bible that they just couldn't disagree with.
The students board here, but they also temporarily live here. You can buy a boarding house, but you can't buy a temporary living facility, and you're only shortchanging people if you do. I can't speak for those who wrote the Bible, but I believe when Jesus said the terms, love your neighbour, that he was specifically aiming to prevent the removal of the boarders from the boarding facility.
Jake's speech blew him away. Joseph said he was so happy that he almost cried. In fact, I think he did. Everyone was really stoked that we saved the SEM, and we held the biggest party ever.
I'm really happy with the church.
Really? Oh yeah, I suppose this case has really restored my faith in the Australian Lutheran Church. Yeah.
How you going?
Are you playing organ?
Yeah.
So well, you listen to Sam radio lately. Really good show. Loving it. Listen to it on SoundCloud.
Hey, anyone want to go and watch the castle?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I found that electric mixture on Gumtree.
Oh wow, how much are they asking?
$100.
Tell them the dreamer.
Thanks for everything.
Oh, you beauty. This is going straight to the common room.